Now, another thing that's important, you see here, this is my chart and also my depth sounder on the left. I'm only in water that's less than 4 feet deep, and this is the actual bottom of the water here. It's not really registering any fish or anything, but I use it to make sure that I don't go in too shallow. If I go below, let's say 2.5 feet, it can be dangerous. So you can see the way this is jumping up and down because there's lots of boulders here. The water temperature is 74 degrees here. On most of the Bay of Quinte, it's been around 69, 70. So I think one of the reasons why these fish are in here is because the water is a little bit warmer. And I think they're actually sunning themselves in the shallows. So on the right, we also have a GPS live hookup, so you can see our boat here, and we're patrolling up and down this shoreline. So this green is really not navigable water. Out here it's about 4 to 5 feet deep, and then out further it's about 10, 12. So I'm going right along the shore and in the little creeks looking for the gar pike. And both this sonar and the one that I have on the console are tied in together. It's called an interlink, which is really, really good. And this is where the card is. I'm going to take this off just so you see it. See, there's a little memory card in there. That's what all the information is on for the hydrographic chart. So it's very easy to change the charts, even if I fish in salt water or somewhere else in the world, if I want to take one of these sonars with me. Very good to know where you're going, especially in adverse conditions, even to get back home. Today we've ran about 20, 30 miles to find some of these gar. So having a GPS like that with your fish finder is ideal. Okay. This is awesome. Surprised they haven't jumped. You know you're in a good spot when I'm fighting a gar here. There's one in the water there, one to the left. You can't really, I would never suggest for you to take your pliers and try to unhook the fish when it's in the water. A lot of people might want to do that because they don't want to handle the gar pike. I'll tell you what, big mistake, because if it thrashes like that, they cover about a foot. Oh, good, he got off. I can go on to the next one. Now what I've done, you know, normally when I'm fishing and I'm casting crankbaits, and this wouldn't be considered a crankbait, this would be considered a body bait. I normally use a fluorocarbon leader, but on purpose, what I've done is I've left the braid. This is 10-pound braid and it's tied directly with a loop knot. I'll see if I can open that knot a little bit. See, there's a loop there because I don't have a swivel so that or a split ring, so it can go back and forth like that. So it's not a tight knot, it's a loop knot. And the reason I've gone directly with the braid, I think the fluorocarbon might get cut by some of their teeth. You'd have to use a heavier fluorocarbon and then of course it wouldn't look natural. So this is 10-pound test, titanium braid, looks very natural, tied directly with a loose knot, and I've taken the split ring off the lure because I want just the minnow to look really, really natural. And it works really well. You know, I've been coming down here for almost 40 years, and maybe for 25 of those years, I was trying to figure out how to hook these gar. And I talked to so many people that see them, they follow their lures. You catch the odd one on a crankbait or on bait, but I've never pinned it down to actually use a lure that gets them consistently. Now I have. That's the lure, that size, and it works so good. You can see almost I'd say 70% success rate, which is really high, especially given that they've got these bony snouts. It's not like a normal fish mouth when they grab it. Okay, I got my eyes on wide, and if you don't have glasses on, I'm telling you, you don't see anything. So even with glasses on, they're really hard to spot. Canadian Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, premium fishing gear crafted from experience. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, more fish bite with a Lucky Strike. You can see those teeth. It's more than a pin cushion. And this is a little gar. Those teeth are about 1/4 inch. So you don't want to get your hands anywhere near there. And you can see why it's hard to hook them. You want it to jump. Ah, it's like bone. If I hit that, that's like solid bone. The only place that there's tissue is a little bit down here, right here. But that's not what they use to grab their fish. Most of the time, they're so confident, they grab bait fish right with the tip and then grab it again and move it back farther. This guy's a little bit darker because I've had him out of the water, but look at how camouflaged they are. They're gorgeous fins. Okay, watch him swim away slowly. He's just going to disappear into the vegetation.